Hey, welcome back to The Past is Alive. Thank you for joining in. Hopefully, you guys are all doing all right, staying safe. Tonight, we are ripping open another box from the 90s. Part of the Retro Rip series is going to be a box of 95 Leaf from Series 2. I haven't seen these cards in quite some time, and I used to like them a lot when I was younger. Primarily looking for rookie cards. The big rookie in 95 was Hideo Nomo. It was a huge one back then. I always wanted to pick up his cards, but they were so expensive back when I was a kid. And it's actually the Hideo Nomo I don't have out of this set either. So hopefully come across that and can secure one of those for my rookie collection. Let me find my box cutters here. But primarily looking for insert cards, and there are quite a few of them in the 95 Leaf. I don't come across these too often. We used to buy these grab bags all the time at Discount Sports Cards, and they always had random 95 Leaf cards in them. So this box is actually courtesy of Dan Schultz. I'm not sure if Dan will be in here tonight or not, but thank you very much, Dan, for sending this. He sent this like probably 6 or 8 months ago, somewhere back then. Just finally now getting around to opening it. So thank you guys for being here. 4K Sports Cards, Fitzy, Jay's Openings, Corey. Thank you guys all for being here. Much appreciated. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm going to go ahead and rip all these out of here right off the bat. And there's Young Wilson right off the bat. Says, good luck all. Aloha, bro. Young Wilson, thanks a lot, man. Young Wilson's kind of newer to the streams. From what I understand, he doesn't really collect baseball cards. He just likes watching the videos. So thank you very much for being here, hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you're staying safe out in Hawaii. Looks like a beautiful state. Never been there. Always wanted to travel out there. Maybe someday. So hopefully you're doing well, and thank you for joining us, Yong and everybody else. So let's go ahead and check out what we got here. Here are the odds of what we can find. Great Gloves, 1-2 packs. We'll see, I don't know, a good bit of those. Frank Thomas, 1-18 packs. Jay's Openings. Jay Hadley actually collects Frank Thomas. Not sure if he needs any out of here. Not sure he probably does. Slideshow and what are these? 300 Club, 1-12 packs. So I like to rip these open and accumulate some cards to send off to people and things of that nature. So that is what we're doing tonight. Push these off to the side. Hey, Dragon Fan Tim, what is going on? Yeah, as far as the base set goes, really, there's a few Hall of Famers in Series 2, but I don't know. I always like the design of these cards. They're pretty cool and kind of unique for this time with the team name on the side and the smaller picture up top there. But pretty flashy. I was hoping these would not be bricked up, and they are not. So that is a good sign off the bat here. Get a look and feel for these cards. Check out the back of them. Leaf always had cool designs in the 90s. I always thought so, at least. But primarily looking for insert cards and the Nomo for my personal collection. Orlando Merced was a big fan of him back in the 90s. Paul Wagner was not so much a fan of him. Arthur Brooks, what's happening, man? Devon White, Dan Wilson, Robin Ventura, Hal Morris. Eric and I always hated Hal Morris, and I really do not remember why at all. But we were first insert card after Ken Hill. Believe it or not, actually, I'm sure I told you, but I actually saw his 89 Don Russ card at a flea market recently for $30. Not really sure why the $30 tag on there, but these are supposedly 1-2 packs. Great gloves. I definitely remember pulling these out of packs when I was a kid. 95 was kind of like the tail end of my collecting days, but definitely used to buy a good bit of these. I think they're around like $2 a pack. FTC Family Cards, what's happening? There's Joe's Card Corral. It says $30. Haha. Referring to the Ken Hill. You gotta love going to antique malls and flea markets and just seeing common cards with $100 price tags on them. Like, I love seeing Ken Griffey Sr. cards that people will put out with $50 tags or $100 tags on them. Mike Blowers. So you're gonna see a lot of kind of common cards in here, I'm sure, but cool design. I figure might as well rip something open. Try and get everyone's minds off of the worldwide hysteria that's happening. Bill Swift, and just start our weekends off right. There's a Dave Winfield, Luis Gonzalez, Juan Gonzalez, and looks like we were 2 for 2 on Great Gloves, and it is a Griffey. That's a pretty nice one right off the bat. And these cards are pretty sharp, too. Corners look pretty decent. All around looking good. No beat up or rounded off corners like you see sometimes in these old wax boxes. Dave M says, I got a Maglio Ordonez numbered bat relic, a Polybo a rookie card, and a Smoltz rookie in a Fairfield box today. Definitely one of my better ones. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I feel like you've definitely had better luck than I have with those. I think after I watched Eric's video of him pulling that Harper rookie card, I went out and bought like, I don't know, 25 boxes of Fairfields and just did absolutely horrible. I think the best card I found was like a Garrett Cole Future Stars card. It's probably like, I don't know, it's probably like $1 a card. Hey, Frank the Tank, what's happening? And look who it is. I didn't even recognize him in the Sox uniform. That is definitely a good sign. Our man himself, Chris Sabo, once all his crap kind of dies down here, hopefully we're definitely going to Akron and finding him and ripping a box of something. Haven't decided what yet, but the man himself, man, myth, legend, has arrived, Eddie Murray. And there's a McGuire. That's pretty awesome. I don't know if you have that one or not, Jay. You have to let me know. If you don't have it, I'll put it in your stack. Jay with the, fourth biggest Big Mac collection on planet Earth. Definitely remember having that one when I was a kid. Maybe I sent it to you already a while ago. Jim Abbott, Mike Mussina, and Bob Tewksbury, and what is this, 3 for 3? Kurt Schilling, who should be getting in the Hall of Fame next year, and Ozzie Smith with, kind of sucks. I spoke too soon, I guess, a little blemish up top and kind of a little bit of paper loss, but still a cool card nonetheless. So there's 16 cards in this insert set, and so far we are off to a good start putting the whole set together. 3 for 3, or those are supposed to be 1 and 2 packs. You can probably get a box of these for around, I don't know, $20, I would think, nowadays. But definitely stylish looking cards. We have another great gloves in the back of this pack, and Chuck Carr, who was my personal favorite in '93 for a little while. There's a nice Bonds. Joe's card crosses Sabo's Secret Agent Man. I know everyone's looking forward to Joe's card corral's next video that'll hopefully be coming soon. His last one was awesome. Please check out Joe's card corral if you have not yet. Our childhood best friend. Hopefully we can go out again sometime soon and hit some flea markets, Joe, once this dies down. Brett Butler, Gerard Williams. There's a Chuck Carr. Old Rock Reigns. Carl Everett, and a Wade Boggs great glove. So 4 for 4 on those great gloves. Like I said, they're 1 for 2 packs. We're getting one every single pack, which I have no complaints on. And there's Criterion Racer says, please keep posting. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here always, Lee. Appreciate your support, man. Hopefully you are staying safe out in Colorado. Hey, Bipolar Brian, what's happening, man? Thank you for joining us. Bruce Ruffin, Scott Erickson, Norman R. How's it going, man? Yeah, I'm actually some cards I'm going to be pulling out of here. I'm going to be putting in a stack for you too, because I know you PC 90s, Yankees, and Mets in early 2000s. There's a nice Manny Ramirez. So when I do these retro rip series, these are just personal rips, and you know, different cards from them I put aside for certain people. And it just so happens I don't have the Nomo out of here, so hopefully see that. And there is Chris Sabo's arch nemesis, an imposter, Alex Cole, with those ridiculous rec specs. Andy Bennis, or as some people called him back then, Andy Beans. Klesko, Steve Avery. This is Pat Borders, and a neat looking checklist card. And look who it Corey, look who it is. Raul Mondesi, National League rookie. People probably went nuts over that back in '95. All the hype back then. Hey, Oddball Cards, what's happening, man? Thanks for popping in here. We're off to a good start so far. That was the only pack so far we've been seeing a great gloves in. I'm like determined to put that set together now. Yeah, Raul Mondesi is definitely Corey's bad omen. Phil Plantier, to the point where he's actually going to start PCing him. There's a Dawson in a Marlins jersey. I'm not used to seeing that at all. Stan Javier. Looks like we have a Chuck Knobloch coming up, or as Joe, and maybe I did too at one point, call him Chuck Kobloch. Joe says Alex Cole is Sabo in the Bizarro world. And Bipolar Brian says, I missed this set. Yeah, I have not seen these in a very long time. There's a nice Randy Johnson. There is the Chuck Kobloch. I kind of want to get, I was talking to Corey about that. I kind of want to get his 92 score autograph card. That was like a huge one back in the day. You can probably buy it on eBay now for like $10, maybe even less. Otis Nixon. Nothing else too notable in the rest of the pack other than the Matt Williams Great Gloves, which I'm sure Joe probably would have liked that one a lot back in the mid-90s. Stephen Conrad says, I wonder if Corey should start a second channel mining for Mondesi. I love that idea. I second that idea. I think he was actually thinking about that. I like that name, though. It's very catchy. Brian says, I haven't seen them since 95. Yeah, it's probably close to the last time I saw him, too. There's a Mike Stanley on top, Albert Bell. Really nice looking cards, and like I said, they're not really expensive to buy a box. And these ones, luckily, aren't bricked up. Definitely a worry with these mid-90s cards. Mark Grace. I see enough of him to last me a long time after that Yak Pack case rip we did. And pulled like 60 of his 88 Don Russ cards. Business Benito. Marty Cordova. Joe's Card Corral says, isn't he in jail or was? Yeah, Raul Mondesi's in jail for like, what, 20 years or something like that? In like the Caribbean for, what is it, like money laundering or I forget what it is exactly. Al Martin. Alan Trammell. Ryan B says, me and some friends used to steal packs of these at Vaughn's one day. That's pretty wild. Trammell, there's a Griffey base. Always nice to see him. Second time seeing him tonight. That insert card is pretty sweet. Alex Gonzalez, Jack McDowell, and another Great Gloves card, Robbie Almore. So is that like the fifth one we've seen so far? Maybe we'll put this set together tonight and then give it away or something. That'd be pretty cool. Anybody else been buying cards lately? I noticed that now is a pretty good time to buy cards and toys alike. There's definitely quite a few vintage toys from the 80s I've been watching. It seems like a lot of people are putting stuff up for sale now. And prices seem to be pretty reasonable. Oddball Cards is awesome looking cards. They definitely are, man. This is a nice design. I like these a lot. Somebody's stuck here. It looks like it's going to be... it's a Greg Vaughn. Greg Vaughn and Charles Johnson. Looking forward to seeing some different inserts besides the Great Gloves. Ryan H says, get that Great Gloves set tonight. Yeah, hopefully we can put it together. I think we were like 5 deep now. Yankees fan, what's happening, man? Thank you for joining us. There is a JT Snow. I would have went nuts over that back in 95, I'm sure. Jeff Kent. Definitely is a very, very nice set. Pat Borders again. Willie Banks. And another MVP card, but Bagwell this time. Or not MVP, checklist card. Cool looking cards though, nonetheless. Definitely a lot flashier than like the older checklist of like 91 tops and stuff like that. Classic cards, what's happening, man? Epic, epic collection you bought. Eric at Classic Cards, he puts videos out all the time, but he bought a 160,000 card collection recently, and it is freaking amazing, man. I was blown away by that. I don't know where you came across that at, but absolutely epic. Mark McLemore, Tim Salmon, Bobby Thompson. Classic Cards has lots of time sorting Offer Up. Offer Up's pretty good. I have gotten some things off of there. I've sold some things on there. And I'll have to check on there again. Usually when I go on there, I see like boxes of like, I don't know, 92 tops and they're like $50 or $100. So I kind of gave up there for a while. But there's Bernard Gilkey. The second bad omen has surfaced. Send that to Jonathan H. If he is still around. Have not talked to him in quite a while. Jonathan H., if you are watching, I hope you're all right, man. Sent you a text yesterday. Jacob Brumfield. Scott Brocious. And look at this. Corey. Look at that. Ripken Great Gloves. You probably don't have that one. Hey, old fan, what's happening? But freaking nice Ripken. Well, definitely well on our way to putting that set together. Eric says, gave myself a break today. Jay was working on some packages. Mike M, what's happening? This is nice Ripken. Yeah, not sure if you have that one, Corey. You probably don't know if you have it either. With your massive collection. Looks like we have a different insert card coming up here too. Danny Jackson. And I can't help but look at this right now. It's a Will Clark. What is it, a slideshow? That's a pretty freaking awesome looking card. This card completes this photo disc along with card 6A Series 1. So there's 8 cards in this set. That's pretty nice though. Will the Thrill Clark. I'm sure Willie 565 will enjoy that one. I don't think he's in here, but looks like we have 2 inserts in this pack. And the third Bad Omen, Greg Swindell. They're all coming out tonight. Nice Will of Thrill, though. That's a cool looking card. I've never seen that insert set before. Jeff King, never liked him really. There's a nice Clemens. Very, very cool. Mike M says, I love that set when I was a kid. I used to like these a lot too, man. Mike Devereaux, or as we called him back in the day, Mike Deverex. When we butcher everyone's names. And I still do with some newer players, even some older players sometimes. Mike McFarland. Brett Barbary. Joe's Card Cross has caught his batting practice ball at the 94 All-Star game. Will Clark. Did we go together? We weren't at the All-Star game. We went to Home Run Derby. Me, Eric, and my dad, I went to 94 Home Run Derby. That's freaking awesome, man, watching that in person. And then reflecting on it years later, like, holy crap, I got to see all those guys play together. And a Larkin, great gloves. So no repeats of great gloves yet. That's pretty freaking nice. Joseph, I want my dad and sister. Okay. So we have a Gwynn on top here. Always nice to see him. It's actually my buddy's favorite player. He's got a bunch of his cards. There's a Tony Gwynn plaque in his basement. And we have another insert coming up. I can see it already. It looks pretty freaking nice. Steve Finley, Ricky Vitalico, and I think it's a Don Mattingly. Garrett Anderson, and look at that. Mattingly 300 Club. What a nice card. Gem Mantle, what's going on, buddy? 18 card set. Wow, that is very, very nice. The foil and gold on them. I'm not even sure what the odds of those are. The 300 Club are 1 of 12 packs, so if you go by the odds, we should see 2 more of those. But very, very nice Donnie Baseball. And the world's biggest nerd, Tom Hankey. Craig B actually made a recent video, all the biggest nerds of baseball, and it's Tom Hankey, of course, was in there. I was waiting for it to come up, and sure enough, he made his way in there. Wouldn't be the biggest nerds of baseball without Hankey in there. And Mike Piazza is a nice one, pretty early on in his career. Craig Jeffries, and a different great gloves again. Tewksbury again, but this time it's Kenny Lofton. I was all about Kenny Lofton in the early 90s. It was freaking awesome. There's Boom Slang. It says, good time to borrow toilet paper and disinfectant for cards with the right amount of TP. You could probably land a 52 mantle rookie. Boom Slang. Thanks a lot, man. I didn't even see you pop in here. Appreciate that. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Sure, most of you guys are sub to Boom Slang, but if you're not, definitely click on that and give him a subscribe. He's always doing videos, always going live, and he picks up some really big collections too. And all-around good dude. But yeah, like you said, toilet paper definitely is a new currency for the time being, but I think things are going to die down here. And I don't know. I would give it a couple more weeks, and things will start to head back to normal. At least that's my personal opinion. Mattingly with a beat-up corner. But for the time being, toilet paper is a currency. And if you want that Mattingly 300 Club card, I will send it to you for a roll of toilet paper. No, I'm actually pretty good. I was pretty good. I got lucky. Got there at the right time when they got a shipment in. Was able to get 1 pack. What's your next live stream, Boom Slang? Vinny Castilla. Joe's Card Crosses, we just use our reject common cards to wipe. You definitely can. I would be kind of out of luck, though. I sold all the commons I have in my current house. I've lived in my current house for like, I don't know, 3.5 years now. So all the cards that I collect, whoa, there's a freaking nice card come up here. All the cards that I collected over the last 3.5 years, they were like 20 large flat rate boxes. I just sold them all recently just to make space because I just need more space overall. But yeah, that would be a problem for me. But Mark Witten, and look at this one. Frank Thomas, season 3. I'd never seen any of these either. So this is a 6-card insert set. What a good looking card. I know who would definitely like to have that one. And you very well will, Jay. I'm sure you don't have that one. It's a beautiful looking Frank Thomas. Rock Reigns again, and then Greg Maddux. I definitely had this one as a kid too. I want to say I bought this as a single. I know Eric PC'd Greg Maddux. I know I did too at one point. I'm not sure if I did that because he did, and I was trying to be like him. The typical younger brother move. But I definitely had a decent size. Probably by decent, I probably mean like, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100 cards of Greg Maddux, and I remember buying that one, I think, at Discount Sports Cards. That place was freaking awesome. I miss it so much. Portal says, how do you sell commons? I like go through and collect the ones that maybe were from South Carolina or have funny names, etc. I collect certain ones. I mean, I mostly collect rookie cards and error cards these days. There's a Sean Green. So when I rip a box like this open, I don't put together sets. I mean, there's certain ones that I will try to complete, like the 91 Desert Shield set and kind of oddball ones like that. But like common cards out of this set, unless people PC them personally, I put them into a flat rate box. And, you know, if people down the road are looking for certain cards to complete a set and I have them, then I hook them up with those ones. But I sold them all for 50 bucks. Like there's probably, I don't know how many cards fit into like the flat rate boxes that I shipped. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 2,000 each in those boxes or something like that. Nice Ozzie Smith base. So, I mean, the guy probably got 50,000 cards, maybe more, for 50 bucks. So it was, I don't know, kind of like a pretty good deal for him, especially if you're a set builder, because there was all different kinds from different boxes that I ripped and collections that I bought and stuff like that. Nice bonds. Great gloves card. Boom Slanks, I'm working on a package for you. You should be ready soon. I pull cards out of the boxes I sort. Well, you don't have to send me anything, Boom Slang. If you want to email me about what you have for me before you send it, and let me know. We can even work out a trade if you like. But I definitely appreciate you thinking of me, man. Phil Plantier, Mark Clark. Trying to read some of these comments. Porter says, yeah, I have maybe 300 pounds of comics with different sports my dad collected. I would maybe put them on Facebook Marketplace. That's where I put mine at. And I had a lot of people message me about them. I just took pictures of all the boxes. And the guy came and picked them up like a day later. Roberto Alomar is a cool one. Have not seen that one yet tonight. Ruben Sierra. Somebody emailed me. Ruben Sierra's 92 Stadium Club card is pretty crazy. Somebody emailed me recently, like a day or two ago, and sent me a picture of this card they pulled out of Fairfield, but it's Ruben Sierra's 92 Stadium Club, and it's like the most ridiculous card. And that set was mostly all serious pictures. There wasn't really anything casual. Like this card is like him in like, I don't know, Spain or somewhere like that, like wearing some sort of funky hat and funky shirt in front of some sort of coliseum. It's the most ridiculous card and so random. Jeff Blauser, I always hated Jeff Blauser because he was a Brave, and Braves and the Buccos did not mesh well ever. Juan Gonzalez and a Pudge Rodriguez. We got to be getting dangerously close to completing that insert set, and probably only like, I don't know, halfway down the box, something like that. Joe's Card Corral's working deals out with Jay. Yeah, he does have the 76 tops. George Brett, second year card. Mike Stanley on top here. Philip Cease has got to tell you, you and Joe seriously inspired me to go out and get some of those Yak Pack cases. Super entertaining to watch. That's awesome. Did you actually find some and buy them? Because they were cheap. Like that one I bought, the case was like $32 shipped, which was definitely a great deal. Larkin, but since then they're like, I don't know, 50 bucks now. And here's a cool one coming up, but not a huge fan of the player, but still a nice one regardless. There's a big cat, Tony Fernandez, who recently passed away. Very, very tragic. Rest in peace to him. And then Mark Grace, 300 Club. So technically, by the odds, we should see 3 of these tonight. Cool looking cards, though. I've never seen those before. Jay's opening says, I will give you a 2-ounce hand sanitizer and 4-pack toilet paper. Phillips says, I didn't pull a trigger on it. Was trying to find it at the ridiculous price you got it for. No such luck here. Geez. Well, maybe sometime in the future they'll be back down Well, when I first bought them, I want to say it was my buddy Andrew, who I talked to on Instagram. He might be in here now, actually, but he bought the case for $32 and told me about it. But that was after I bought a box for like, I don't know. I think the first box I bought and ripped was like 20 or 23 shipped. And he's like, I bought a whole case for 32. I'm like, wow. I was like, well, it'd be fun to have Joe over on our live stream because we had Joe on a live stream a long time ago. A lot of you guys probably don't remember. We did 91 Bowman, and he helped me rip those open. But haven't done that since. Another Schilling, Nagel, and here's another new one, Jeff Bagwell. Great gloves. Really, really cool. I think we're going to get that whole insert set tonight. So that was cool to have Joe over, and definitely a good time. And we got to pull up the Scruff McGruff anti-drug cassette tape and play that. I'm still looking for the hard copy of that. Very hard to track down. If you have not heard Scruff McGruff cassette tape from 1986, you got to listen to it. Mitch Williams, Brad Klontz. I forgot all about him. Very epic tape. I mean, there's some other ones that Scruff McGruff made. I think he sold out real bad in like 91. And they had some cassette tapes that Burger King actually gave you with Happy Meals that were also Scruff McGruff, and they were complete crap. So if you go on YouTube to research those and you see the Burger King ones, do yourself a favor, don't listen to them because they're awful. There's a Delgado. A lot of people think he should get more Hall of Fame consideration. Tony Phillips. And there's a Lee Smith. Definitely a good box so far. Thank you again to Dan Schultz. Jason Beret. I was a big fan of him back in this era of collecting. Mike McFarland. Matt Walbeck. Carl Everett. And we are going to treat ourselves to another checklist card here after this Canseco. That's a cool one. Have not seen that one yet. But a Greg Maddux. And that's a cool one. We've seen what? Raul Mondesi, Maddux, and Bagwell checklists. And most of the Great Gloves set, which is pretty freaking awesome. I mean, how many times do you really see that? Open one box and put a whole insert set together, especially when it's 15 cards. Doesn't happen very often. No Hideo Nomo yet. That's one I'm definitely looking for. I never see that card. Nomo has so many damn rookies in 1995. Like when I started, going over my rookie collection and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I got all the Nomos. I got like 5 of them. You go back and look at all the rookies he has in 95. There's like 15. It's so crazy. Darren Dalton, like he has more than anybody else. Not nowadays, though, that is. Mo Vaughn with a broken bat. And the aftermath of the bat. That's a pretty cool looking card. Like how they show it on the back, too. Sean Bergman. There's a Glavin. Couple Braves in here. Gary DiSarcina. His acrobatics. Phillips says, I've never seen these packs cracked before. I'm digging the design for sure. Very clean looking. They definitely are, man. And I noticed a couple cards that had paper loss, but I mean, they're coming right apart really easily. Not sure if that's something that's common with all of them or if it's just the environment these are stored in. Tom Goodwin, Scott Sanders. Ken's Carver says, I just found a stack of Hideo Nomo rookies in a collection I bought. That's pretty awesome. Steve Avery and Donnie Baseball again. Great gloves. We are super close to getting this whole set. That's freaking awesome. Didn't expect that tonight. Yeah, I definitely need to get all the Nomos for my collection. I hope to be, I don't know, doing an update of my rookie collection. I haven't done one in over 8 years. A nice Larry Walker on top. And an A-Rod. That's pretty awesome. A-Rod's second year card. Edgar Martinez. Good pack so far. Mariano Duncan. Never cared for him either. Daryl Hamilton. There's a Crime Dog. Dan Wilson, Omar Vizquel, and Scott Cooper. Nagel again. Thomas Murray says, do you sell these boxes? No, this is not a break. I'm just ripping these open for fun and to see what we can pull. There's a nice Gwyn. Might even get all his checklists tonight, too. Probably not, but yeah, you never know for Series 2. This is great gloves. Great gloves on the front. 16 cards. I actually kind of want to keep that out on the side just to see if we have all of them. We haven't seen the Pudge Rodriguez. Marquise Grissom, great gloves. Not really looking forward to seeing that one pulled. It looks like we have pretty much all of these. Did we get? I don't think we got the Alomar insert. Marquise Grissom, Alomar, and Pudge. I think we're missing 3 to complete the whole insert set. So that's pretty freaking cool. This pack's kind of bricked up. Mike Greenwell on top. I know some people really like him a lot. Brent Gates and Ron Jeremy in action. Rod Beck, epic. Thomas says, I wish I could find any of the boxes you find, taking back to my childhood memories. Look on Facebook Marketplace, look on Craigslist, look on OfferUp. There's definitely plenty of places, and like I was saying earlier, this is Jim Tomei, it's a nice one. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like right now in time, a lot of people are selling stuff because a lot of people are out of work. So people are putting up things that they had in their collection, looking to make money. So you may be able to snag some cool stuff. Eckersley, Kilvio Veras, Vinny Castigan, Ken Ryan, Jack McDowell. Thanks a lot, Thomas. I appreciate it, man. And we're going to get great gloves. Jim Tomei was a beast indeed. And look at that. Marquise Grissom. So I think we're 2 away from finding this entire insert set. I'm pretty psyched about that. And, I mean, got pretty good odds of finding it, I would say. Yeah, Jay's openings, his last 2 videos, he ripped open 2002 Upper Deck 40-man. If you guys are looking for a video to watch after this, definitely check him out. He ripped open 2 boxes, found a cool McGuire insert card that he didn't have either. And look who we have. Nomo is after the Sosa. It's a cool photo of Sosa, though. But it's a massive set. It's like almost 1,200 cards. And there is the Nomo. I don't think I ever owned that. I feel like Eric had that as a kid, and I was super jealous of him. So that's pretty freaking awesome to find one of the rookie cards I need for my PC. And on top of that, almost put this whole set together. Yeah, Jay opened 2 boxes of 40-man in 2 different videos. If you haven't watched Corey's video, Ripping for Ripkins, he bought a massive collection full of vintage cards, and I'm talking like 50s and 60s, a bunch of autos in there and stuff. Definitely check that out tonight if you're not doing anything. Chipper Jones, Dave Winfield. Even if you are doing something, you're at the bar out to eat. Well, I guess you really can't go out to eat anymore. You really can't do much of anything anymore, even the bar. So you got plenty of time to get caught up on all these good videos that are getting pumped out. Fryman, there's Puckett. We haven't seen Puckett yet either, so now we're down to 2. 2 more left for great gloves. I'm pretty stoked about that. And I'm stoked about the Nomo, too. And there's Mr. Cool Million a Year, Bo. Be getting his million again here in a few months. And Manny Ramirez. I feel like we've seen all the best stars and Hall of Famers out of here. Been a little while since we've seen an insert card other than the great gloves or Hershiser. Hobbyists is bricking much. They really aren't at all, man. These are coming apart very, very easily. I noticed like a tiny bit of paper loss, maybe on like 2 or 3 of them, but I would say definitely worth getting. Like, these boxes aren't very expensive. At least they shouldn't be. There's another Canseco. Pat Borders is on the Bad Omen watch list. That's the 3rd time we've seen him. And Raul Mondesi, this one is definitely heading your way, Corey, since you may start PCing him. Philip says, was meaning to ask, do you have a Patreon page set up, Sean? I do have one. It's $3 a month. $3 a month. We do 2 giveaways a month. And it's kind of frustrating. I think I have people on there that don't even know they're still on there because I did a giveaway a couple days ago, and there was 4 different prizes that I offered up. For the first giveaway of the month, there was like a Gaylord Perry 63 tops. It was a 2nd year in great condition. 2 PSA graded cards and an insert set, and nobody claimed any of this stuff. So we picked 2 giveaway winners this last time, and nobody claimed them yet. So I'm not sure what's up with that, Tim Sam, but I hope to do more exclusive videos on there at some point, but I mostly just have it to just keep the breaks organized and stuff. Alex Cole, Gerard Williams, because there was a point where I was posting breaks on the community tab on YouTube, and then people would not pay. And it was a big mess to keep track of. So Ricky Bonas, Steve Avery, Scott Brocious, and another Ripken. That's pretty awesome. So I can send you one of those, Corey, and then I could have the whole insert set and, I don't know, give away or something like that. Ripping for Ripken says, I'm claiming Pokemon. I got this big stack of Pokemon cards that I think is a great deal. That I put these on eBay for $10, and I don't know. They're from the 90s. I don't know anything about Pokemon at all. But kind of lazy and didn't take enough pictures, I guess, when I put them on eBay. Yeah, at least double was a Ripken, Mike M. You are correct. That is definitely a good one to have doubles of. Philip C says, I might have you keep an eye out for A's cards for me. Yeah, I definitely will, man. I don't have many things along the lines of commons now. I mean, at my parents' house, I have a ton of cards. I don't even know how many, but there's a Terry Pendleton. Always hated him. So I still have a ton over there. But another Bernard Gilkey, and I'm not surprised by that one. So I think we're looking for the Pudge Rodriguez. Pudge Rodriguez great gloves. And I think that's it, right? Yeah, he should be the last one. Ozzie Smith, my eBay name is The Pass is Alive, and there's spaces between the words. I don't list too much stuff on there. I list things on there here and there, but I hardly ever sell baseball cards on there. It's pretty rare for me to do that. There's a Bonds. I think we saw that one already. Yeah, if you type The Past is Alive, you have to put like the space, past space, is space, alive. I should probably change that over to something easier. It's kind of like my email. My email has a bunch of damn periods in it. I think it definitely discourages people from emailing me. It's like so hard to get right. There's a Baines, first time seeing him tonight out of this box. Hoping for a Pudge. Great gloves. Classic Cards says, listen to the Save a Baseball Talk card. He said he loved baseball cards as a kid. I'm sure he'd say yes to some Kraken. I know exactly what your baseball talk card you're talking about. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. I watched a few interviews of him on YouTube, and it looks like he does like free interviews on there. Like he's not gonna. If I reach out to him, he's not gonna be like, okay, well, it's gonna be $500 to rip a box of cards with you. I feel like he'd probably be all about it. Should ask him like what his favorite set was from the '80s, if he even collected back then, and take a box out there to rip. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Norman R says, post a picture of your toy room. And look who it is! There's the Pudge. We have completed the whole set. That's freaking awesome, man. Never thought that I would do that with one box when we still have a slew of packs left. Freaking awesome. Yeah, my toy room. Yeah, I probably will start to post some more stuff, but I guess I can give you a glimpse. Okay, so there's the backdrop. We got the Indiana Jones, but we go up here. We got the whole Bionic 6 collection. This closet I'm trying to organize. There's like a firehouse in there and some sealed stuff. I need to organize all this. But there's more Bionic 6. They go the whole way down the side. And then we got Food Fighters over here. That's the whole collection of Food Fighters. There's so much crap in here and so much stuff that needs to be organized. And then I take you over here and there's a bunch of real Ghostbusters stuff. Some different series I'm trying to complete. Like the Screaming Heroes. I still need to get 3 more of those. So we have that. Let me get this situated. And then we go over to this wall and we have a nice, sweet Farmore hat up there. But we have the whole Coffs and Crooks collection. There's a few that I still need to put into cases and hang up. Like I said, the whole place is in disarray. And then kind of a sloppy tour. There's the wax wall over there, and we got some King Arthur, the whole King Arthur series over there. But I mean, it's a giant mess. That's basically what it comes down to. Is a huge freaking mess that needs to be organized. And I mean, I have tons of time now, so I should be able to organize it. You would think, at least. But yeah, so that is the toy room. I don't really want to show you the floor or anything else because there's freaking crap everywhere. Yeah, there's probably like 70 or 80 boxes of wax over there. I don't know. Every time I see them, I buy them. So, yeah, if they're good prices, I always buy them just to have something to open up or whatever else. So there's a lot of crap built up in here, and there's a lot of stuff you can't even see. A lot of stuff is on display, and most of my stuff, the majority of my toys and things, and are not even here. There's a Larkin, but primarily my real Ghostbusters collection is probably the biggest out of anything I have, and the majority of that stuff's not here. There's another Tony Fernandez. Yeah, there's definitely there's a stack of Sabos and Bad Omens. Don't ask me why I do it. Bipolar Brian says, I feel like John's Toyer makes you walk the line between sanity and insanity. You bet, Norman. Yeah, for some reason this may make you question my motives and everything else, and I'm sure some of you guys might get a kick out of that. Some of you might hate me, but for some reason I have this stack here. I don't know what I plan on doing with this, but I'll show it to you. This is the most suave Greg Swindell card. Eric Plunk, hideous looking face, but all the Bad Omens on the channel. This is one massive Tops Kids for Paul L. if he's in here. Bernard Gilkey. This is one big massive. I love that Chris Sabo card. John Wathan made his way in there. All the Bad Omens have come together in this massive stack. So Sabo's Gilkey, Sabo, Quisenberry, more Gilkey, Plunk, John Hudek. Yeah, I don't know why I did this, but anytime I see any of these Bad Omens, I pull them out. There's seriously so many. There's probably like, I don't know, 300 here, and this big huge stack here, the Swindell rookie card on top. But I just wanted to show that to you guys. And these are all Bad Omens. To sacrifice them one day to the junk wax gods or something, I don't know. But Ken Hill, again, to take that to an antique mall and put a $30 price tag on it. And Jeff Bagwell. We still have a good bit of packs left. So thank you guys all for being here. Not many people in the stream tonight. I'm sure people are probably busy, and it's Friday night on top of that. So you guys are awesome for hanging out with me. Speaking of Greg Swindell, there he is again. Norman Artis would love to hit a flea market with John and Eric. Would be a blast. You know, if you're ever in the area, man, or if we ever come to your area. I know you're in New York. I know Eric was up there not too long ago. I was in New York a long time ago, but I think one of my lifetime goals is to make it to Manhattan, to the Hook and Ladder 8 station, obviously the Ghostbusters Firehouse. I've never been there. I've been to replicas at like Disney World in Orlando, but never been to the actual Hook and Ladder 8 Firehouse, and it's definitely a lifelong goal of mine. Season 4, Frank Thomas. We saw Season 3 earlier. Pretty freaking awesome. I'll put that in your stack, Jay. 4K Sports Cards says, you bring the fire, I'll bring the Sage for the Bad Omen cards. There's a Larkin Great Gloves. Yeah, that big pile of Omens is... I don't know, man. It is too much to handle. Norman R says you need to see the Hall of Fame. I definitely do. I feel like Eric came up there. I think he went up there, didn't he? I can't remember. I've never been in the Hall of Fame. I remember we always talked about that when we were younger. And maybe once all this crap is over with, I will make a trip out there. I think it's like 5 hours from me. Ryan H says everyone's trying to get TP and hand sanitizer. Yeah, hopefully those savages calm down sometime soon. It's one thing to go buy like a 12-pack of toilet paper, but you don't need to buy 6 of them. There's an Eck for you, Philip. Gary D. Sarcina, again, seeing some repeats here. Brian says, not me. Scott Sanders and another Marquise Grissom. How far away from Cooperstown are you, Norman? Dave M says, I found paper towels today, no toilet paper. Well, you know what you do? Buy a pack of napkins, man. You need it. I went to Dollar Tree because everyone said, go to Dollar Tree. They've got tons of toilet paper. No one's buying it. And, of course, I go there, and I was looking for baseball cards, and they didn't have any. I was kind of pissed about it. But they had no toilet paper, but they sell like big bulk packages of napkins for $1. Just take them and you can tear a napkin into 4 shreds. Use it that way if you need to. Shouldn't clog up your commode if you do it that way. It's a Sosa again. Last time, I forget who. Nomo again. 2 Nomo rookies. That was the same correlation as last time. I'll take it, though. It's pretty awesome. The whole Great Glove set. 2 Nomo rookies. And that John Kruk card is absolutely hilarious. It looks like they just made him look like a huge like slob on that picture. Maybe they didn't do anything. Maybe he did it to himself. I don't know. But that's still a cool looking card, though. The 300 club. Kilby Averis. Dave Hollins was really hyped up back in 1990. Jeffrey Hammond was really hyped up back in 1992. McDowell, Travis Fryman, and Puckett, great gloves. Pretty awesome. Norman Harris, 30 minutes from Cooperstown. That's pretty freaking awesome, man. Portal says Five Below has all the old school type of baseball card plastic cubes for $5. I'm probably going to get a bunch of those. I saw somebody open one of those. I've never seen it in person, though. Every time I go to Five Below, they never have anything. And it sucks because Five Below like has all this stuff for different, I don't know, different things. And they never have Ghostbusters stuff either, which I always thought that they would. They have Batman stuff and everything else there, but never Ghostbusters. And I never see baseball cards. I think I saw 2019 Topps Series 1 in there, and that was it. And I would not buy those. I like cringe when I see those packs. Really don't know why, but I don't know. Moises Alou, Chris Bojo, or Jim tell me. Bipolar Brian says, I fitted a sprayer to my toilet intake, so he's got a bidet. You know what? I thought about that. It wouldn't be real hard to do that at all. 4K sports cards, my TP will last forever. I only use 1 square at a time. Yeah, you probably only buy like a couple packs a year then. Chipper Jones again. Send one of those to you, Corey, because I know you PC him. Robin Ventura, Willie Banks, and Ken Hill, definite new bad omen. The really creepy looking, I don't know. That look on his face, something you see in your freaking nightmares. And a Big Cat, great gloves. I thought we saw that one earlier. Maybe we didn't. If we didn't complete the insert set already, we definitely did now. Joe's Car Cross says there's a thing you hook up to your toilet. You can definitely make your own personalized bidet. Classic cards. Welcome to the watch list, Ken. Yeah, it's been brewing for a while. It's finally official. Hector Carrasco. Another Sabo. Got to put him in the pile. Pile of omens. Like, whenever I do finally meet him, I'm going to be like, hey, man, will you sign a couple cards and, like, take this massive stack in there? There's, like, 200 cards from the Sun. Eddie Murray. Ultimate Super Fan. Eric Karras. We've not seen that one yet. Tartable. Devon White. Fitzy, thanks, man. Thank you for being here. Portal says I'm just going French and never wash again. you probably develop a pretty bad odor, and yeah, I mean, who would really care though if you're self isolating or whatever they call it, social distancing. Mike Musina, Hal Morris, Schilling again, and Ozzie Smith. Wee. Yeah, or you could use a sock, like I'm sure some people probably do. Just walk around with shit-stained socks for the next couple of years. Go to someone's house, take your shoes off. What once was white is now brown. Probably get some dirty looks at the dinner table if you did that. Brad Klontz again for Joe's Card Corral. Carlos Delgado. That's your house now. If you got shit socks on, that is definitely your house. You're definitely marking your territory wearing those around. Roberto Almore. Eric says, neighbors having a huge party. They got social distancing down 100%. Yeah, I saw they're recommending that. Like, trying to heavily recommend it, and people are still partying and ignoring it, which probably isn't a very good idea. Kurt Schilling, I would never call him a bad omen, but we've seen that card like 6 times now. Canseco, another Maddox checklist. And we have a couple packs left on this rainy Friday evening. And now it's getting cold again. It was like 70 degrees here today. Pete Harnish leading off. Joe's Card Cross, those damn spring breakers are still in the beaches. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Probably in for a rude awakening here pretty soon, I would think. Burks, Darren Dalton, another move on, broken bat. Brian says I haven't left the house since. I really haven't left too much either, but yeah, it's definitely a smart move. Lee Smith, Tom Glavine. I'm not really so much worried about the virus. I'm more worried about people's behavior. That's what scares me the most is how people are acting right now. J.R. Phillips, Tom Goodwin, Carl Everett again. Kind of get some paper loss here. Boom Slang says I'm sorting 1988 tops, storing the stream, and found the Keith Comstock here, the one with the Padres in white, supposed to be blue. That's sweet. I forget who it was, but I talked to someone via email that's actually sending me that card. They had a couple, I guess, and they said that they would send it to me, which is pretty freaking awesome. I've wanted that card for a while, and I never come across it. Have not pulled it out of a box yet, so it's a cool card. I like that one. Donnie Baseball, great gloves. So I'm going to pay it forward and send somebody a card that they like, since he sent me that Keith Comstock and didn't want anything in return. Norman says, I agree. Some act like nothing's going on. Yeah, you got some people that act like nothing's going on, and other people that act like it's the apocalypse, and I don't think it's the apocalypse. And give it a few weeks, and I think that things will be a lot more normal than you think. That is my opinion. John Roper. Ryan H says exactly, John, more worried about the crazies out there. Yeah, people go nuts in desperate times, and especially when people don't have jobs. And, the people that lost their jobs and don't have any money coming in, probably a lot of them, didn't go out and stockpile things either. So they're probably running low on supplies. And people running low on supplies, they get desperate. And that's when, looting and all the other crap begins. There's a nice Bonds in there. We saw that one earlier already, though. All right, Boggs. Joe's Car Cross is leveling off in China, I guess. We are a few weeks behind. Yeah, no new reported cases in Wuhan, or Wuhan, however you say that. I guess it's Wuhan. You can tell I don't watch the news very much. I mean, I read a lot. Independent news sources, but another Big Mac for you, Jay Hadley, if you're still in here. Cool looking card. Can't remember if you said you saw that one or not. Glenelyn Hill, Chuck Carr again, who used to drive all the women crazy, his little shimmy. What movie is that from? Somebody tell me what that's from. Tewksbury, Carl Everett, and Boggs again. Jay's opening says, I'm still here. I do have. You have them. Okay. Oh, well. Norman says, I'm a registered nurse, and some people go too far one way and then others swing the other way. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, man. Definitely agree. Joe's Card Crawl got it. So did Corey. Major League 2. Congrats. That movie's freaking awesome. Jack Parkman. I want to watch that real bad now. It's on Netflix right now. If you guys have Netflix and you're not doing anything tonight, watch Major League 2 if you haven't. It's freaking hilarious. You don't necessarily have to see the first one to watch the second one, because when I was a little kid, I used to love that movie, and I was not allowed to watch Major League, the first one, until like the late 90s. So I know all about that. Joe says, do some swing both ways? Jerome Pena. We haven't seen an insert card in a while. I guess the last one we saw was that slobbish John Kruk card. Jim Bullinger. Boomslang says, yeah, warnings went out in my area about people doing home invasions, posing as census takers, so be careful, guys. I definitely heard that, too, so definitely be safe. And Joel L., you hit it on the head, man. It helps to stay off Facebook. Facebook just makes you depressed, man. Every time you log on there, you just see fear-mongering and, everyone's flipping out. It's the end of the world. It is not the end of the world. If you stay off Facebook, I guarantee you'll be in a better mood. Brett Butler, John Franco. Facebook just bums me out. I think I might seriously just delete mine. Tired of it. Steve Ontiveros, Rock Reigns. We got 2 packs left, and Scott Sanders and Matt Williams has a little blemish on it. But regardless, still take precautions. Brandon says Mr. Baseball is very underrated. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen Mr. Baseball. I need to make that a priority to see that. Joe's Car Cross says some of the wine and spirit stores are being boarded up. Idiots are starting to loot, I guess. Yeah, that's why you definitely need to get yourself some sort of firearm protection in case people do resort to that. That is the safest way to go. Mike Stanley, I did see that, I don't know, what was it, Philadelphia? I think I saw it on Facebook yesterday. It was like in Philly, they're boarding up different businesses, and I guess the cops said they're not going to respond to non-violent offenses like looting and burglary. I'm like, well, I feel like that would be a violent offense. If anything, if you're robbing somebody, wouldn't really call it a passive crime. That's just me, though. Bipolar Brian says Mr. Baseball is good. It's definitely one I need to check out. I don't know if I ever watched it. My favorite baseball movie, definitely Field of Dreams. Always be Field of Dreams. Boom Slang says we need FDR to put people's worries to rest with a great speech about not having any fear but fear itself. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. You really don't. Biggest thing you got to worry about is other people just acting nuts. Dave M says a couple places here in Philly did board up, but not many. That's interesting. Roberto Kelly. Another Griffey. That's always a cool one to pull. Brian says, I already have my arsenal. Me as well, Brian. Nice Griffey. Doug Jones with that epic mustache. First time seeing that tonight. Another Jack McDowell might be coming bad omen. At 4K Sports Card says, I'm spending my first $1,000 on 90 Tops boxes. That is a great idea. I love it. I fully back and support that idea. Thank you, man. Appreciate you being here, and thank you very much for that suggestion, because now I want to do that. There's a Robbie Alomar, great gloves. That's probably what it's going to be, too. People get the $1,000 check, and well, I'm going to be buying this Cops and Crooks figure and this cello box of 90 Tops. Chad Hopkins, what's happening, buddy? Ken's Cardboard says, my favorite baseball movie is Bull Durham. You know what? I feel like I saw that a long time ago. I know Kevin Costner's in that. I think, right? That's not Tom Selleck, is it? I think it's Kevin Costner. Boom Slang says, Philly is also letting criminals out of jail because of the virus. Wait, what better place to be? You're already practicing social distancing. Yeah, I have seen that a lot of different cities are doing that. Portal says, an AR and a bunch of G.I. Joes I've always wanted. Yeah, speaking of G.I. Joes, I should be spending this time that we're supposed to be quarantined and make the G.I. Joe video and make all the other ones that I want to make. There's definitely going to be a toy video coming soon. I haven't done one in a long time, but we're down on our last pack. Norman says you need to watch Bull Durham. Yeah, I definitely need to watch that. I feel like I did see it back in like the 90s, and I don't remember it. But if I did see it, I only saw it once. Ripken says, I'm watching Fever Pitch right now, but turning on ML2 after. Nice. Yeah, because you watched Major League 1 last night. Yeah, I think that's going to be what I do this weekend, is watch Major League 2. And I don't know, I'll have to find Bull Durham either, I don't know, on like Amazon Prime or Amazon Video, whatever they call it nowadays, or Netflix, or just find it on the internet. Last pack, Magic, but I think we already found everything we were looking for in this box. Not many insert cards. There's a lot of insert cards that you can find, but I think a good bit of them are in Series 1 as well. Al Martin, we actually pulled his autograph out of the Yak Pack case. Fitzy, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Not many people watch my toy videos. That kind of decreases my motivation to keep doing them. But I'm going to keep doing them nonetheless, regardless. Jeff Kent, Alex Gonzalez, Willie Banks. Yeah, G.I. Joe video is coming, and I don't know. I've done toy videos on Cops and Crooks, but I haven't really done updates. When I did my Cops and Crooks video a long time ago, it was like one of the first like 5 or 10 videos I did. It was only Series 1 because that's all I had back then. Now I have Series 1 and 2 and a bunch of vehicles. I think I'm missing like 2 still, but Top Gun 2 is coming out in a few months. The very last card of tonight is the Bagwell checklist. Seen a few of that, but all in all, I'm not going to sit here and bore you guys going back through all of these 95 Leaf cards to find the great gloves, but we completed the whole set, so that's pretty freaking sweet. Joe's Carlcross has been off work since Wednesday, and my lazy ass hasn't done a show yet. I know what you're saying too, man. I mean, I'm not even off work, but I've definitely had a bunch of time to spare, and I've just been lazy, I guess. I was spending time. I wanted to go buy groceries and make sure I have enough stuff to get me through for a while before everyone else bought everything, and then I go back to the store and I can't find any bread. And I'm like, are you serious? Like all I need is bread, and I can't find it anywhere. So that is always a good time. But yeah, definitely found the Noma rookie, which is pretty sweet. I've wanted this one probably since '95, and I finally have it 25 years later. Not much value to it. Probably, if you looked up in a Beckett, it's probably a $2 card, 250 at the most, and you could probably buy it for a quarter at most card shows if you can find it. But still cool to have that in my rookie card collection at last, and have the Great Gloves insert set. So thanks for hanging out, guys. You guys are awesome. Stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you guys all real soon. But enjoy your weekend, and don't let this whole virus thing get you down too much, because I think it'll be over very soon. So keep your head up, guys, and I'll see you guys all real soon. Have a great night.